Greetings travelers, what's up, be back again with part 4 of the Kaizo Grail. If you want to know more about the challenge, check out my introduction video on the Kaizo Grail. Before I jumped into finishing Hell, I decided it was probably still a good time to run some Countess some more. And so began the time of my life. I bet the Countess is even sick of seeing me at this point. I got myself a pretty rare unlock though. Tring's Shield. I don't see this item very often. I usually enjoy seeing items that are rare for me. I thought, why not try to start up Act 2 again? Well, let's just say it went very poorly. My damage was lacking, and my defenses were lacking as well. I did happen to make it all the way into the Far Oasis and the Maggot Lair before I gave up. So I went and done a couple Andy runs. I just couldn't do another Countess run without killing someone new a couple times, or I was gonna go insane. The first kill of her dropped me nothing. The second one gave me a Cocoa Bow. This bow was great if you were enchanted and in normal, but each of those Andy runs took me 10 minutes to run. So I bit the bullet and went back to the Countess. Quickly, after doing the Countess, I got another unlock. Skewer of Krins. I think the game was mocking me at this point. Here, have a sword. I bet this will be an upgrade for your damage. Next run though, I got something that I was looking for, a Ko-Rune. I got my hands on another Ko-Rune. This actually had a purpose. With my fall and the Ko, I could make it an obedience now. This was a game changer for me because I had rolled the Grim Scythe from the last episode and got 5 sockets. This wasn't an elite base, but at this point, any upgrade, I'm just begging for it. I actually debated if it was smart to make the weapon before I saw it, since I didn't know when my next fall and Ko was going to come. I was going to test out my new fancy mercenary stick in Act 2. I was not disappointed in the Maggot Lair. This thing made my mercenary a juggernaut. I basically just battle orders him and let him kill everything. I had become the follower and him the master. Needless to say, we got our staff completed and killed the summoner. The mercenary could even kill the physical immunes because of his level 21 enchantment. We got to Duriel, and honestly, this is the quickest I've ever killed a boss on this part. And what's sad is, it wasn't even me the one doing it. My mercenary pretty much picked me up and put me on his back and was like, here little bro, let me carry you. Soon after Act 3 started, I quickly found the eye, but this was just the beginning of the nonsense that was about to unfold in Act 3. Holy moly, this was a travesty of an act. There was one saving grace though. I found a unique ring, the Raven Frost. This thing was equipped instantly, attack rating, and cannot be frozen? Yes please. But after getting my Raven Frost, my search for the Flare jungle was rough. I explored everywhere, then decided that I should take stock and look at my wonderful cartography skills. We ended up with a new unlock in the Flare dungeon, Duriel's Shell. I really like this item, but I currently have no use for it. I already had a Raven Frost and a Smoke on. I quickly grabbed the brain and the heart and used them to crack the orb. These were pretty straightforward and not very eventful. Finally, I got to Mephisto and smashed him very quickly. He didn't really drop anything. My mercenary actually was the best, and I'm really not impressed with this gear either. Act 4 was very quick, and we made it to the Hellforge. And this, I assumed, wasn't going to get me anything since Nightmare Forge was a rune, but I was wrong. I ended up getting an Istarin. I will probably use this later for making a 6-socketed Isted faceblade. In Chaos, I played Gruntman Barbarian. It let the real main character carry me. With my shouts, it made my mercenary very hard to kill. Honestly, at this point, I consider respeccing to Warcry just to give my mercenary more benefits and an AoE stun, but I just couldn't pull the trigger on being even more of a cheerleader. I cheered so hard my mercenary destroyed Diablo, and he left me with no drops. Compared to my normal Diablo, this wasn't even a fair fight. I was worried a little bit about Ancients, so I ended up doing a few lower Kuros runs. This netted me a few items, a Maul Rune, which was great for creating grief in the future. I also got a new unlock, the Soulflay Sword. This isn't anything to write home about, but it's a new unlock. So I moved to Act 5, and it was incredibly uneventful, climbing the mountain. I was enjoying my riding on the mercenary's back. Even so, I got to the Ancients and thought it might be difficult, but even there, my mercenary crushed him. Is this the new tech for barbarians? Forget about yourself and invest everything into your mercenary? Well, I thought, why not bail? I obviously was having a hard time believing how powerful my mercenary had become. The waves went by very quickly till the final wave. Even the mercenary, ascending to his near god status, couldn't beat the last wave with amp on him. I had to run them out of the room. So Bale was met with short work, and honestly Stockholm Syndrome has set in. I was beginning to enjoy my new mercenary overlord. Bale did drop us a new unlock, the Pierre Polearm, a really bad weapon, and honestly no way I was ever going to use it. Right after beating Bale, I decided I would try my luck with crafting gloves. I failed twice, but hit the jackpot right after. These things had dual resistance, life, attack speed, and lifesteal and crushing blow. I was blown away by them, considering I was wearing garbage. So after I did a mix of farming, truthfully, I didn't find much off of this farming. I tried my luck with lower Kiros for hours and stopped for some Countess Terror Zone runs that netted me almost nothing. In conclusion, my hell playthrough was legit confusing for me. I was very frustrated with how little damage I did, but was impressed at the same time by how powerful my mercenary had become. I think next time, with the Maul rune secured, I'm going to solely focus on trying to get my low rune for my grief. I don't think small upgrades is going to do enough. I need to go straight for the gold. So this means I'll be running a lot of Terror Zones, lower Kiros runs, and Chaos runs next time. I'm pretty locked into the idea of getting a grief at this point. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video and want to see how my adventure unfolds, make sure you subscribe to get more. There's going to be thousands of runs in my future, so buckle up everyone.